What's going on, everybody? Red Velvet's back in the studio. Check out my new ball. Shout out to Kwan Artist Creative Media for making that football. It's so cool. Thank you so much. Happy Monday. Hope everybody's had a great weekend. It was a busy weekend for myself. We had Meet the Nights Friday night. Got to watch a live practice, and I was running around like a crazy person. Saturday morning, I was at the CYFL announcing football games. And then Saturday night, I was down in Odin, Indiana, commentating professional wrestling down there at Elite Pro. So it's a little busy. Hope everybody's doing well. Oh, woo! Been a day. Been a day. If you're in my inner circle, you know what kind of day it's been. But anyway, I got to thank these people. I got to thank the subs. Thank you to our subscribers in the sub hub. Right there, 99 cents per month. Click that button 2 times. Bada bing, bada boom. You get early access to podcasts like these and other cool features. So thank you to our subscribers on Facebook. Also, we have a sponsor for the Power Performers. Coach's Corner is the new sponsor for the Power Performers. So thank you so much, Coach's Corner. Looking forward to teaming up with you. And now community notes. We got FHSU soccer. They are at home tonight playing against Hymera, or at home at Hymera, playing against Bloomfield. So we wish them the best of luck. Also, dropping Wednesday, we have the Hog Pod of Northview, the linemen, baby. They were here. It was a fun episode. So that drops Wednesday on Facebook, YouTube, and Spotify. So that's all the community notes. Let's get down to business. We got the next level athletes. All right, we got the next level athletes. People are like, what's the next level athletes? Well, we got the Dynaverse of the high school teams. Well, when those kids graduate and they go play at the next level, whether it be the college or the pro level or start coaching at that level, we roll with them. I ride the coattails, baby. We're starting off in the MLB. We got Terrell South pitcher Timmy Herron. He plays for the Cleveland Guardians. The Guardians had a 3-game series against the New York Mets, and they went 0-3. Then they also had a 3-game series against the White Sox. They went 1-2 on that. Timmy Herron had a lot of action. He played August 4th against the Mets. He pitched 1.1 inning and had a walk. Then August 6th against the Mets, he pitched 0.2 innings, had a hit, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. August 8th was against the White Sox, pitched an inning, had a hit, a run, and a walk. Then on August 9th against the White Sox, pitched 1.2 innings, had a hit, and 2 strikeouts. Top hitters of the week for the Guardians, Angel Martinez. He produced consistently in the Mets series and exploded versus the White Sox with a grand slam and career high 6 RBIs. Stephen Kwan, highly consistent multi-hit games, strong on-base numbers, had a home run, scored some runs, and extended a lengthy on-base streak throughout the week. Chase DeLauder, he was excellent at reaching bases, multi-hit games, numerous walks, runs scored, and RBI contribution across both series. Top pitchers for the Guardians for the week. Parker Messick, best start of the week on the August 7th. He threw 7 innings, had 4 hits, 2 earned runs, a walk, and 8 strikeouts, earning the dub. I was going to do the West Side. Tanner Bibee had a strong strikeout outing on August 5th. He pitched 5.2 innings. He had 4 hits, 3 earned runs, and 10 strikeouts. Gavin Williams provided solid length in his start versus the White Sox on August 8th. 5.2 innings pitched with controlled early damage and good strikeouts. The Guardians are tied for 3rd in the AL Central and in the middle to lower half of the American League. The Evansville Otters played 4 games against the Joliet Slammers. They went 3-1. Then they played a 3-game series against the Washington Wild Thugs. They went 1-2 in that one. Dylan Zico started the August 8th game against Washington. Top hitters for the series, Blake Robertson, he led the offense in August 5th doubleheader sweep of Joliet. Strong multi-hit contributions that powered both wins. Then Marcos Gonzalez was a key contributor across the winning games. His triple helped deliver the series, clinching 4-1 W over Joliet on August 6th. And he added RBI singles in the 10-1 blowout of Washington. John Ponder and Logan Brown were standouts in the August 9th dub against Washington. Ponder doubled and scored the first run of the series. Brown delivered a wild safety squeeze and additional production in the team effort that produced 10 runs. LG Castillo added RBI singles in the August 9th offensive explosion. Top pitchers for the Otters, Garrett Simpson. He had a strong start in the August 6th series, clinching the win over Joliet. Ryan Wiltz started August 9th and then went 10-1 at Washington and helped limit the Wild Things to 1 run. He's on the Otters, duh. Landon Willman, he played in the August 7th game and settled in after an early 3-run homer, throwing 5 straight scoreless frames. So that's pretty cool. Now we're going over to Philly, the Reading Fighting Phils. They played a 6-game series against the Richmond Flying Squirrels. They split the series 3-3. Top hitters were Pedro Leon. August 9th, he went 3 for 5, had a home run, 2 RBIs, and the comeback win that earned the series split. His home run on August 9th was his 12th of the season. Then Raylan Heredia delivered a key 2-run homer late in the rally, again, the August 5th loss. Carson DiMartini returned from a lengthy wrist injury and hit his first home run since May 1st. The top pitchers, Win Hai Pan, earned the W on August 9th with a scoreless 8th inning. And then Estebanzan Jimenez, he closed out August 9th with a save. Reading is in first place in the Northeast Division of the Eastern League, holding a 1-game lead over Portland. So that's all for the next level athletes. Working my way over. Now it's time for the Varsity Special. All right, we got Legion Ball. Post 346 was in the National Regional. They start off against Post 94, the college prep team. They won 7-0. Nothing reported on that. Then they faced the Owensboro Post 9. 346 wins 8-7. Parker Weir had 2 hits and a double. Noah Fields had 2 hits. Hunter Mason with 3 strikeouts. Next up was Aveston Post 1239. 346 wins 11-9. Colton Moore 3 hits, 3 RBIs and a triple. So that's a 3, a 3, and a 3. Parker Weir had 3 hits and 2 ribbies. Trey Eldridge had 5 strikeouts. Next up was Berry Hill Post 165. Post 346 wins 11-5. Parker Weir had 4 hits and a double. Derek Morrison and Hunter Mason with a double. Briar Goda with a triple. Then Owensboro Post 9 was next. Post 346 won 9-3. Colton Moore had 2 hits, 4 RBIs, and a home run. Lyndon Jenkins had a double, and Ian Sam had 5 strikeouts. Then in the championship game, it was against Berry Hill Post 165. Berry Hill wins 10-2. Parker Hyam had 2 hits and an RBI. So that means Post 346, they were the regional runner-up. They end their season. They had a fantastic record. So congratulations to Post 346. Good luck in all of your future endeavors. Now working my way. What's my notes say? Oh, that's it for the Varsity Special. Let's hit them with the rookie report. Not delete. Play. That's right. We're at the time for the youth side of our show, the rookie report. We're going to start off in the 10U baseball. Riley 10U, they entered an 11U tournament. They start off against Shakamak 11U. Shakamak wins 15-0. Rylan A had the lone hit of the team. Next up was Owen Valley 11U. Owen Valley won 15-0. Cullen S had 2 strikeouts. Then in the rubber match against Owen Valley, the Patriots won 17-2. Benton L had the lone hit for the team. And now we drop all the way down to 6U action, level 1 training 6U team. They entered a 7U tournament, and they start off against the Linton All-Stars 7U team. Linton wins 11-2. Knox F had 2 hits and a ribby. Easton A, Brecken S with two hits. I put strikeouts for some reason. Then they face the Princeton Tigers 7U. Tigers win 19-14. Brecken S, 4 hits, 4 RBIs, and a double. Red H had 4 hits, 2 RBIs, and a double. Garrett W with a double. Silas H had a double and a triple. Next up was the Boonville Blaze. The Blaze went 15-7. Andrew T had 3 hits, 2 RBIs, and 2 doubles. Red H had 3 hits, a ribby, and a double. Moving right along here. We're in football, baby. It's football time. Week 2 for the CYFL. We're starting in the Senior League. Start off with the Black Knights. They took on the South Braves. The Knights went 45-0. Grayson Forker leading the way. He had 3 carries for 55 yards, 2 tutties. He had an extra point. He also had 45 return yards. Next up was Jackson Pestoff, 3 carries, 23 yards, and a touchdown. Liam Fabre, the quarterback, 4 carries, 48 yards, a touchdown, 2 extra points on the ground. He had a pass completion for 5 yards. Then Easton Herbert had 2 carries for 12 yards. He had an extra point on the ground. He also had a catch for 5 yards and an extra point. Zachary Marks, 1 carry, 3 yards and a tud. Cam McCoy, 3 carries, 38 yards and an extra point. LP Landon Pestoff, 3 carries, 28 yards and an extra point. Gloves, Hayden Conmacher had a carry, 26 yards and a touchdown. On defense, Liam Fabre leading away, 6 tackles, 3 TFLs, a sack, and a safety. Jackson Pestoff had 4 tackles, 2 TFLs, and a fumble recovery. Grayson Forker, 4 tackles and 2 TFLs. Easton Herbert had 4 tackles and a TFL. Jace Hickman, 3 tackles and a fumble recovery. Landon Pestoff with 4 tackles. Brody Vinsel, 2 tackles and a TFL. Cam McCoy with 3 tackles. KB Wells, Declan Dilly, and Gloves got 2 tackles. They held the team to negative total offense. Way to go, Black Knights. Now we got the Maroon Knights versus the Edgewood Mustangs. Mustangs win 14-13. Lucas Harrison had 6 carries for 109 yards and 2 touchdowns. Dalton Daywig, 2 carries, 7 yards, and a 2-point conversion. On defense, this kid was everywhere. Parker Neese, 8 tackles, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. He just went, and just stripped it. It was cool. Ashton Ferry had 6 tackles. Henry Roman and Dalton Daywig, 4 tackles. Landon Zabo, Rip Gardner, Lincoln Trout, and Wyatt Hundley with 2 tackles. Dane Cook, Jay Sorman, and Gabe Rogers with 2 tackles. And this kid, he got defensive dog during the game. Mason Burris got 1 tackle, but he got 2 picks, and that was so cool to see. Gray Knights take on Edgewood. The Knights win 25-0. Buster Ray had 74 yards and 2 touchdowns. Kendrick Minke had 40 yards and a touchdown. Mason Miller, 45 yards, a touchdown, and 10 receiving yards. Earl Donald on defense had 4 tackles. Luke Leslie, Paxton Drury, Mason Miller with 3. Kendrick Minke, Blaze Branson, and Jackson Minke with 2 tackles. Colin Drury, River Trussler, and Damian Spawn all with 1. Now we're in Junior League. The Gray Knights took on Edgewood. The Knights win 21-6. Asher Loudermilk, 5 carries, 114 yards, and a touchdown, and a 2-point conversion. Drew Shoemaker had 3 carries, 37 yards, and a touchdown. Leighton Curtis, 3 carries, 9 yards, 1 catch, and a 2-point conversion. Max Pierce, 2 carries, 6 yards, a touchdown, 1 pass completion with the 2-point conversion. On defense, Asher Loudermilk leading the way. He had 7 tackles. Colin Helton had 4. Chase Clements, Cyrus Peters, Jacob Goebel, and Liam Solomon all with 3. Isaac Patterson, Emerson Moore, and Weston Venatti with 2. Drew Shoemaker and Bryson Ferris with 1. The Maroon Knights take on Edgewood. The Knights won 28-0. Xavier Gerchuk led the way. 6 carries, 159 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He also had a reception for 25 yards. Sebastian Dighton, 5 carries, 89 yards, and 1 pass completion for 25 yards. Brody Weichel, 3 carries for 16 yards. On defense, these guys were everywhere. Xavier Gerchuk had 8 tackles. Sebastian Dighton with 6. Otto Vitz with 5. Jericho Horsley had 4 tackles, a TFL, and a forced fumble. Dawson Horsley had 2 tackles and a sack. Brody Weichel with 2 tackles. Devin the Destroyer True had a tackle and a pick. Oliver Jimison with a tackle. Then the Black Knights were on the road. They take on the Junior Patriots out of Terre Haute. The Patriots won 19-0. Jace Barker had 9 carries for 37 yards. Krieg Moore had 7 carries for 17. Noah Ferguson, 3 carries and 11 yards. Spencer Spillman, 4 carries and 25 yards. Benny Foxworthy had 1 carry for 4 yards. On defense, Jace Barker had 4 tackles. Jude Thurston with a tackle and a TFL. Noah Ferguson, Calix Imsweiler, and Spencer Spillman and Tim Wood all recorded a tackle. Now we're down in the Pee-wees, baby, the Mighty Knights. Gray Knights take on Edgewood. The Mustangs win 33-0. Hunter McBride had 22 yards. Clifford Powell with 8, and Nash Garrison with 4. Hunter McBride had 4 tackles. Clifford Powell with 3 tackles. Liam Norton and Nash Garrison with 2 tackles each. The Black Knights were on the road at Owen Valley. The Patriots win 26-6. Emmerich Johnson, though, 2 carries, 30 yards, 2 catches for 35. Aiden Manlove had 5 carries for 65 yards and a touchdown. Jenny Baker, 3 carries, 9 yards. On defense, Emmerich Johnson, 7 tackles. Wow! I told you he's going to be an athlete. Aiden Manlove had 3. Ryler Fry with 2. Cash Long, Wesley Peters, and Lucas Braden all with 1. Then the Maroon Knights take on a very tough West Vigo team. West Vigo wins 40-0. The offensive MVP was Wade Wood. The defensive dog was also Wade Wood. And the hog molly of the game was Curtis Reed. Woo! That's all for the U Sports Chowdown right there. Now it's time for the best part of the show. That's right. It's time for the Red Velvet Power Performers, brought to you by Coach's Corner Sporting Goods, baby. You need some sporting goods? You need some equipment? Hit me up. Hit me up, man. Well, let's go. Let's work together. All right, this week's power performers are Parker Weir for post 346, Trey Eldridge for post 346, Ian Sam for post 346, Cullen S for Riley 10U, Brecken S for level 1 training 6U, Grayson Forker for CYFL Black Knights, Parker Neese for the Senior League Maroon Knights, Asher Loudermilk for the Junior League Gray Knights, Xavier Gerchik for the Junior League Maroon Knights, Aiden Manlove for the Pee Wee Black Knights, Emmerich Johnson for the Pee Wee Maroon Knights. It's supposed to be Black Knights, my bad. That's on me. But anyway, congratulations to all the power performers. But it's football season, so you know what? We got something else for the big hog mollies. That's right. It's Red Velvet's Trench Warriors. And this week's Trench Warriors are Ashton Ferry, Lincoln Marks, Paxton Drury, Jacob Goebel, Jericho Horsley, Roth Wilson, Cash Long, Curtis Reed, and Liam Norton. So, congratulations to the power performers. Congratulations to the Trench Warriors. So, this week is the last episode of the U Sports Chowdown as a whole. Starting next week, Next Level Athletes will be its own show. The Varsity Special will be its own show. And then the U Sports Chowdown will be its own thing. I look forward to having more shows, I guess. You know, that's cool. The cool thing about growth is you get big enough, you got to start splitting up. Maybe when school ends, they may come back together for a little bit. We got to see what happens when that time comes. But yeah, we're looking at the Varsity Special Sunday nights. We're looking at Next Level Athletes on Tuesdays and the U Sports Chowdown stand on Mondays. So we'll see what happens. We'll see you next week. Take care. Keep pushing.